Who is Tarique Rahman? Is one of the most discussed, controversial, and influential figures in contemporary Bangladeshi politics. He is the eldest son of the late President Ziaur Rahman, the founder of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, BNP, and Khaleda Zia, Bangladesh's first woman prime minister and three-time head of government. Although he has not held any constitutional office, Tarique Rahman has effectively shaped BNP politics for more than a decade and a half. To his supporters, he represents the restoration of democracy and civilian rule. To his critics, he symbolizes centralized and dynastic politics. Regardless of perspective, his influence on Bangladesh's opposition politics is undeniable. Early life and family background. Tarique Rahman was born on the 20th of November 1965. His father, Ziaur Rahman, was a sector commander during the 1971 Liberation War, the declarer of Bangladesh's independence, and later the country's president. His mother, Khaleda Zia, went on to become prime minister 3 times and served as chairperson of the BNP for decades. Growing up in this politically prominent family, Tarique Rahman was exposed from an early age to statecraft, military rule, democratic movements, and intense power struggles. The assassination of his father in 1981 marked a defining moment in his personal and political consciousness, deeply shaping his worldview. Education and personal development. Tarique Rahman completed his secondary and higher secondary education in Dhaka and later studied at the University of Dhaka. Although he did not actively participate in student politics, he showed strong interest in political history, governance, and international affairs. During his formative years, he developed the belief that politics in Bangladesh was not merely about elections or office holding, but about building organizational strength and controlling political structures from the grassroots level. Entry into politics. Tarique Rahman's active involvement in politics began after 1991, following the end of military rule and the restoration of parliamentary democracy. In the early years, he worked largely behind the scenes, focusing on organizational matters rather than public visibility. He believed that strengthening the party's grassroots network was essential for long-term political dominance. This strategy quickly elevated his influence within the BNP, particularly among younger leaders and local organizers. Rise within the BNP and influence during 2001 to 2006. After the BNP-led four-party alliance won the 2001 general election, Tarique Rahman emerged as a central figure in party decision-making, despite holding no government post. During this period, he served as Senior Joint Secretary General of the BNP, played a key role in candidate selection and electoral strategy, built direct links with grassroots leaders nationwide. Supporters argue that he sought to modernize and centralize the party to make it more effective. Critics contend that this era marked the rise of excessive personalization of power within the party. Political ideology and vision. Tarique Rahman's political philosophy is grounded in Bangladeshi nationalism, multi-party democracy, free and fair elections, judicial independence, strong local government institutions, decentralization of state power. He frequently emphasizes that the people, not the state, are the true source of power. Vision 2030. One of his most significant contributions to BNP policy thinking is Vision 2030, a long-term framework outlining reforms in the economy, education, healthcare, governance, and technology-driven development. Arrest, exile, and turning point. 2007-2008. In 2007, during the military-backed caretaker government, Tarique Rahman was arrested on corruption-related charges. After prolonged detention and deteriorating health, he was allowed to travel to the United Kingdom for medical treatment. This period marked the beginning of his long self-exile abroad. Politics from exile. Since 2008, Tarique Rahman has resided in the United Kingdom but remains at the center of BNP politics. He leads party meetings virtually, shapes protest and electoral strategies, engages with international actors to present BNP's position. In 2018, he was formally appointed acting chairman of the BNP, effectively becoming the party's top decision-maker. Legal cases and political controversy. Tarique Rahman has been convicted in multiple cases by Bangladeshi courts. BNP's position. The cases are politically motivated. They are intended to prevent his return to Bangladesh. Government's position. The convictions are the result of legal due process. He is a fugitive from justice. This legal and political confrontation has made him one of the most polarizing figures in Bangladesh's political landscape. Personal life. Tarique Rahman is married to Dr. Zubaida Rahman, a medical doctor. They have one daughter. He maintains a low public profile in his personal life and is generally described as family-oriented and religious. Support and criticism. Supporters say, he is the architect of BNP's revival. He symbolizes democratic resistance. He is a potential future prime minister if political conditions change. Critics argue, he represents dynastic politics. His past influence raises governance concerns. Legal convictions undermine his legitimacy. Possible future role. If Tarique Rahman returns to Bangladesh and re-enters active politics, BNP leadership would become more consolidated. Political polarization could intensify. The balance of power in national politics could shift significantly. While he is not currently Bangladesh's prime minister, many within BNP view him as their party's natural leader and potential head of government under a different political environment. Conclusion. Tarique Rahman is not an ordinary political figure. He embodies legacy, controversy, exile, and ambition. Whether seen as a future national leader or a deeply divisive politician, his role in shaping Bangladesh's opposition politics is undeniable. His eventual place in history will depend on whether he can return to the political arena, how Bangladesh's democratic institutions evolve, and how voters ultimately judge his leadership.